Our country does not need warm blood oozing out from our necks, but it needs the sweat of our brow that would flow 12 months in a year. The need is great for work, serious work. Our future would be made or marred by the broken hut of the farmer, by the dark roof of the artisan, and by the straw school of a village. It is possible to settle the disputes of a day or two in political strife, in conferences and congresses, but those places which I have indicated have been centuries the centers of our destiny. Work in these areas requires patience and perseverance. It tires you much and it is thankless too. It does not yield quick results, but yes, if someone holds on for long, it would give him sweet fruit. Such an environment of love and affection, at school, had not as yet allowed my life to be exposed to hardships. Depending on others was my habit. You'll be surprised to know that prior to my journey to the college I had never bought a train ticket myself. The very first day I realized that moving out of the controlled school life and stepping into the free college life is no less than inviting all sorts of hassles to yourself. Nobody tells you how to read. Nobody tells you what to do, where to go, when to sleep, and when to wake up. The one who is used to restrictions gets perturbed by this freedom. It seems that institution has a great role to play in the development of India's national life. Were I not convinced of this I would not have come to Aligarh leaving the Jamia work, to which intellectually and emotionally I am so deeply committed. Please like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. I maintain that education is a prime instrument of national purpose and that the quality of its education is inseparably involved in the quality of the nation. If you ask me to continue as the chairman of Rajya Sabha, I am not so weak as to refuse this challenge. If you ask me to go to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, I am not so strong as to refuse this offer. Had your mother not been so well organized, so simple, so virtuous and so resourceful, I would not have been what I am today. I have after years of thinking on the subject come to the conviction that work is the only instrument of effective education. It may sometimes be manual work and sometimes non-manual work. Although it is work alone that can educate, I have also come to the conviction by long observation and experience that all work does not educate. Politics, especially in our country, is like a mountain stream which suddenly overflows and soon recedes, while educational work flows not only during monsoon but also in the summer by melting the hearts of mountains. Politics is concerned with the strengthening of national existence and is impatient by nature. Education is dedicated to social ideals, it is inherently patent. Which is why education is the master and politics its servant. The scientists and technologists must keep in mind social welfare. Education thus should develop the totality of the child. Indian education is lacking in the following major drawbacks. 1. Indian education has been like stagnant water for quite some time. 2. Indian education ignores new ideas and fresh thinking in educational matters. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. Feeble beliefs must be replaced by healthier habits and irrelevant institutions by progressive institutions. Our will should get guidance not from the twilight of the intellect but from the broad daylight of true beliefs. Streams of ideals that originated in the summit of our past, flowing underground in the depth of India's soul, the ideals of simplicity of life, clarity of spiritual vision, purity of heart, harmony with the universe and consciousness of the infinite personality in all creation and the urge to bring these to the surface of our daily use and purification. Home expands, it becomes the country. It grows to be India that become the Himalayas and the Vindhyachal, the Ganges. The Koveri, it becomes Rameshwaram. It grows to be Rama and Lakshmana, the Buddha and the Shankaracharya, Mount and Ajmeri and Jalaluddin Akbar. It becomes Nanak and Kabir, Surdas, Tukaram, and Mirabai. It becomes Kalidas and Tulsidas, it becomes Mir, Ghalib and Unis, it becomes Valathal and Tagore, it becomes Gandhi and Abul Kalam, Vinoba, and Nehru. Humanities and science are not something mutually contradictory but complementary. One should realize the fact that science is devoid of values, especially moral and ethical values. Science is a system of philosophy without ethics. Science devoid of ethical judgment becomes an ally of everyone, of the good as well as the bad, and is of service in changing the world into a paradise or reducing it to a veritable hell. Placed under the sway of conflicting urges of the Indian masses, we are yet given the poetic quality of composing a harmonious life. There are 1,000 stands of culture that make of the cultural life of our people a variegated pattern of exquisite beauty and richness. The aim of a student's life should be to overcome any illusions or prejudices he may have and to give up mean habits. He should, and it is his duty to, propagate education among his illiterate brothers and to consider the propagation of education as part of his own education. He ought to acquire knowledge for the sake of knowledge, and he should not be unaware of the needs of life. Something deep down in me seems to furnish me with the belief that Providence has destined India to be the laboratory in which the greatest experiment of cultural synthesis will be undertaken and successfully completed. India's mission in the world history seems to be evolution of a distinct type of humanity, combining and harmonizing in itself lives of the diverse types which history has produced, all blended together to form a new type that might evolve a characteristic and, perhaps, more satisfactory patterns of civilized existence than those in vogue at present. The edifice of my educational thought is almost entirely beholden to the views of Kirchensteiner. At later stages, however, Gandhiji's influence in his elaboration of some of the finest points on the subject provided the much-needed depth and expansion. Words turned into projects, and a mere conceptual and transient framework became an insuperable part of my life. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching.